getting situated so I can talk and walk and not get my phone wet. Good morning, buddy. Good morning, friends. How are you doing? So it's a little bit of a cold, rainy morning in Bulgaria. I'm not complaining. I know a few years ago they were facing a lengthy drought. You know, a permaculturist couple that I know had talked about it, and sure enough, that's how it went. And so that they're having a pretty wet spring is hopefully getting some of the water back, you know, into the underground. For those who don't realize, like, these climate swings, you know, are causing some of these drier, wetter periods. We don't have any cherries this year because there was the snow that came late. Some see the cyclical in that because they've had that happen in the past. But anyway, won't go down that rabbit hole too far. I think it's smart to listen to the scientists that have spent their careers trying to figure this kind of stuff out. But anyway, so I am on my way to Popovo this morning. The three young Swiss, I'm not sure that they're Swiss, but they've been studying in the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland. They're art students, I know that much, and I know that they're young, and I'm excited. I believe this is their first workaway experience. And as you know, I had like a soft opening with, as far as being an art retreat already this spring when I had another artist come from France. And last summer I had a couple of ladies come who helped me kind of prepare the palette for my canvas for my art retreat by helping me just get some just sort of attack some of the areas that were the most overwhelming to me and help me get some rooms cleaned out and fresh surfaces on the walls and plug up some holes and tackle the overgrown vines in the garden and that kind of thing. But this does feel like the real true launch of the art retreat. I'm having these three artists come at one time. Is exciting. So I've got the guest bedroom set up upstairs for them, and yeah, so there's a lot of good things happening with that. And but what I also wanted to talk about today is, some might remember early on when we first started coming to Bulgaria, I started an initiative with a lady that I met here. Like, I met one woman because she was very outgoing and really friendly, an elderly woman who spoke very little English but was eager to use her few words. And she very excitedly introduced me to another lady who speaks extremely good English. She's lived in Sofia. She's from the village, but she spent a lot of her life and her career in the capital city, and her English is just really fantastic. And together, she and I started an initiative that we called the Language Loop, and we did it at the public library. And the idea was to have those, you know, immigrants or expats who come here who'd like to learn some Bulgarian, which I hope all want to. It's a very important part of, you know, community adhesion and immersion. It's hard, really hard. But for those who wanted to learn some Bulgarian to come, and then also those villagers who were interested in learning more English. And we had multiple generations of Bulgarians show up, from a young girl that was still at school age, you know, to a mom and to grandmothers and a few men. We had a really nice group, and the idea was to have us learn the two languages kind of simultaneously and start from the very beginning. And it was a novel idea, I think. I've not heard of anyone else doing it. I'm not saying no one has, but it was just kind of an idea that came to me. And Donka already had some people coming to her wanting to learn English. So that was really a lot of fun, and we would do like show and tell activities and just various things that went beyond just language learning, but also helped to engage neighbors and make it less awkward for those coming from the outside, like to go to the corner grocery store and that kind of thing. So it was a lot of fun. But anyway, more about Donka. So Donka, my friend, she is an extremely masterful precision type of a seamstress. She's worked in Sofia in that capacity. During communism, she was a crane operator. But then when communism fell, she followed her passion, her dream. And sewing is really her thing. And what she does now is she makes these beautiful zippered pouches, little zippered, like little makeup pouches. And she's also gotten into some, what do we call it? Like kind of like recycling nice denim and fabrics into really, really super cute shoulder bags, you know, with little matching pouches that go in them, that kind of thing. So I have a couple of these sets that I'm going to be offering on my online store here soon when I get to it. Just been a bit busy, but I wanted to give you a heads up because I only have a few of them, but she does have more inventory. I'm not looking to sell a whole bunch of things right now, but would love to help her out in that way. And if you compare the prices for something so well made and handmade, one of a kind, I've been carrying some of her zippered pouches with me in my backpack now for years, and I'm really so impressed by the quality and the craftsmanship. So my online store is on Instagram. It's Rhonda's Treasure Trove, and that's where I'll be presenting them. I'll try to cross promote on Facebook and stuff, but it can get, a lot of people can miss things, you know, and then be disappointed that they didn't get a chance to see it. So I just want to kind of give you a heads up. I'm hoping to get to that this next week. We'll see. So yeah, I think that's my news du jour, and I hope all is well in your world. I did launch my Substack last night. If you're on Substack, you can find me Rhonda Efron Brown or Rambling Rhonda. I'm going to put more energy into my Patreon also, and do more deep dives and bring some old material back out, retell some stories, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Y'all take care, and sorry for such a long one. Have a great day.